your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your
pass. Oh, bro, I'm trying to.
Snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it.
Leave me alone.
Lately,
I'll pop your head.
I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple.
Yes, sir.
Chasing, trying to make the people feel you.
My sister like to eat roaches.
House at the top with the clear view.
I do. Yeah,
Tonight,
SoFi Stadium.
It's
Super Bowl.
NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
That's not right.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 81 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions. And
I hate
whether it's
doing
just
this
that
play,
possession or
bro.
even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for one or going for two. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. On first down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On first down at Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the red zone now, Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it third down. We've reached the end of one here at the Super Bowl with a lot more still to come second quarter after this timeout. 6-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That's all. Yes.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. First down, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. throwing now. Burrow on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now off to the races down the right side. A huge play that time for the Rams. 75 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, here's Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Stafford on third and goal. And that is incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow now off the bootleg.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
On third down, Burrow. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He finds Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And the ball is knocked out, and the Bengals grab it. There he goes, right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Stafford on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DA.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle. Maybe
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TD.
Gotta be better than that.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Switch back.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Look at that fumble.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that.
He got
you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Stafford on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two.
Huh?
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this ball. No, okay.
And the Rams getting set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Now Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13 and also the first down. From the 50 at Stafford. And that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now,
a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
That's a
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
To the air again, Stafford. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, Charles, I don't know what you want to call this, a blowout, a laugh, or whatever it is. This was not a game.
And I believe that you saw this coming early, identified it right in the beginning of the game, and it played out that way.
Well, and it did, and for this team, just a lot of confidence coming away from this one.
Confidence for them. For the other team, though, boy, what a dismal, dismal day.
Joey Bosa. Bosa.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to auto selected.
Tonight.
Yeah, my stadium, baby. LA.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
Oh, my neck. Oh. I'm gonna crank them up.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play.
And right away, he lost the football.
Boy. Who is that? Who is that?
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Burrow will throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Higbee open downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Again, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think
and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Oh, my bad. Okay, hard, bro.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. So give him 5 yards there. And it's second down. Now it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter gone by, 3 still to play. We'll be back in a moment here at the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Mixon with a first down carry. 7-0 is our score, and he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. After this. Here we go. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Again, it's Burrow. Finding Boyd along the sideline. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complete.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Burrow looking to pass.
Bro, why did you move?
For a Bengals touchdown.
No.
Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
First down at Stafford.
Well, going for Jefferson downfield, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Back to throw, Stafford. High throw, but the catch is made. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Here's Stafford. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Throwing again is Stafford. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, 43 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their...
Multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like